Hello, Tiny Troopers. I'm here today to film a virtual class for you. Obviously, we're not on Soccer Island. It's a little bit wet where I am, but we're still going to have a great time regardless. Even though we're not on Soccer Island, there's still some very, very important rules that you need to keep in mind. The first very important rule is that we have to make sure our listening ears are on at all times. Even though this is a video, you want to make sure you do not get hurt. So you have to be listening very carefully. The next rule is that while we're playing soccer, we want to make sure we are only using our feet. Got to make sure we use our feet when we dribble the ball, and we do not use our hands. Our first warm-up for today is going to be a game called Soccer Star. It's going to be us doing a whole bunch of different moves between 2 points. Now, I have a water bottle, some pine cones and some water bottles set up, but you can have whatever you'd like. You just have to have a place to run to and from. I might say something like jog from one end to the other, and all you're going to do is jog to some point and jog back. And it's going to be that easy. I'm going to be showing you what you're supposed to do, so don't worry about all that, okay? The first thing that we're going to do is jog from one side to the other. Just get to one point and go right back. Once we've done that, we're going to practice running. A run is like a jog, but a bit faster. So you're going to sprint to one side and sprint back. And we can do that again. We're going to just sprint to one side and then sprint back. Good job, everybody. The next thing that we're going to do is backwards jog. It's just like jogging, but you're going to do it backwards, so it's a little silly. You got to make sure that there's nothing around you so that you're not running into anything. So be aware of your surroundings. And let's go. Once you get to one side, turn around and get back to the other. And good job, you guys. The next thing that we're going to do are butt kicks. This is when you make sure that your leg is as far as it can so that it almost hits your butt. Okay, so like this. Once you get to one side, you go back to the other side. Good job, you guys. The next thing that we're going to do are Frankensteins. A Frankenstein is really just when you hold your hands in front of you and you kick your legs as high as you can. So you go like this. All the way one way, and then like this. All the way back. And we're going to end our warm-up with 10 jumping jacks. So I want you to stand where there's nothing around you that you can run into, and we're going to start with our hands by our side and our legs close together. We're going to go all the way out and then all the way back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, everybody. We're going to take a quick water break and we'll come right back. Welcome back, everybody. When you're practicing dribbling, well, our next thing that we're going to do, our next activity, is dribbling. Whenever you're practicing dribbling, there are some important rules to remember. Now, obviously, one of the best rules for soccer is do not use your hands, only use your feet. But whenever you're using your feet while dribbling, there are some other things that you need to know. The first thing is that you want to use very small kicks. The second thing is you're using very small kicks because you want to keep the ball close to you. There are some parts of our foot that we can use whenever we dribble. We can use the outsides of our feet. We can use, the insides of our feet. We can use the outsides of our feet. And we can use the top of our feet, where our laces and our Velcro are. But we cannot use our big feet, because big feet make big kicks. And we want to make sure we're using small kicks when we're dribbling. One of the best ways to look at it is waddling like a penguin. If you put your hands by your side and you move all around like you're waddling like a penguin, you can only take small steps. And whenever you get your soccer ball, you can only make small kicks when you're waddling like a penguin. So we're going to practice waddling like a penguin and dribbling our soccer ball. Make sure you're in a place where there's lots of space around you, and kick your soccer ball back and forth as if you're waddling like a penguin. When you feel comfortable with that, you can put your hands down, or you can keep waddling like a penguin. Whatever works for you. always important to know where you're going when you're dribbling, because you don't want to run into anybody else. So make sure you can see around you. Make sure you're using small kicks. Maybe you can get a bit faster if you feel very confident doing those slow little walks. All right, you guys, you did such a good job practicing dribbling. We're gonna go get a water break and then we'll come back. The next skill that we're gonna practice, or the next activity that we're gonna do, is practicing a skill called the Ronaldo chop. The Ronaldo chop can be a little bit tricky, so it's important that we have our listening ears all the way up for this next demonstration. First, we're gonna practice without the ball, because this skill does require a lot of movement and it requires a little bit of balance. So, first thing you're gonna do, step and make sure that your feet are apart and you're balanced. You wanna make sure that you give yourself enough space for jumping. So make sure there's nothing else around you. Second thing you're gonna do, jump up and line your legs together like this. After you do that, I want you to practice a couple of times, just jumping into position to make sure that you don't fall over if you lose your balance. So you're gonna stand like this and kick your legs like this. Once you've done that a couple times, you can bring in your soccer ball. The Ronaldo chop requires you to have your feet apart, and when you jump, line your feet up so that your ball can be kicked out in the way that your back leg is moving. So, like we practiced without the ball first, make sure your feet give you enough space to jump and to kick, and then when you jump and kick, all you have to do is make sure that your back foot touches the ball. I'm going to do it to the side. When you have your ball right here, when you jump and you kick, all you have to do for this first part is make sure that your back foot touches the ball. We're going to practice that a little bit more. Good job. After you've done that a couple of times and you've made sure that your back foot hits the ball, the next thing that we're going to practice is sending our ball in a specific direction. Usually, you want your ball to come out to the side that your back foot is kicking. So my back foot is kicking this way. I want the ball to come out this way so that I can turn and I can go to the ball and start dribbling it from there. So, I'd start like this. I didn't kick that hard enough. I'd start like this, kick it like that, and then I'd be able to turn and go towards it. But for now, let's just practice kicking it in a direction that we can turn to. So we start apart, and now our foot's made contact with the ball. Now we're gonna try and kick the ball in a certain direction. Like that. Oops. Make sure you're practicing it a bit and not losing your balance. Good job. The next thing that we're going to do is practicing dribbling into that position. So I'm going to put the ball aside for a bit, and I'm going to try moving and then doing it. So instead of just standing like this and doing this, I'm going to do this and this. So I'm going to walk forward and then do it so that it's a little bit faster. When we take our ball, the way that we do this is by dribbling a bit, like that. Oops. After you've practiced the Ronaldo chop for a bit, and you can dribble and then try it, and you're all good. It's time for a water break, and we'll come back for the next activity. For the next activity that we're going to be playing on Soccer Island, we're going to play red light, green light. I'm pretty sure you've heard of this game before, so I have a couple of questions that I want to ask you. Whenever you're driving with your mom or dad to school, and they come up to a stop sign, you see 3 different colored lights. There's a red, a yellow, and a green light. What do you think that the red light means? Usually if they come up on a red light, they slow down and they stop. When the light turns green, maybe they go really, really fast. And if it's a yellow light, they slow down. So if I say red light, what are you guys gonna do? You're gonna stop. If I say green light, I want you to run as fast as you can. And if I say yellow light, I want you to move super slow. I'm going to show you with my soccer ball what we're going to be doing for today's game. If you noticed, I put my cones on 2 different sides. That one is all the way over there, and this one is all the way over here. For this game, we're going to practice dribbling and trapping our ball. Trapping is when you use your foot to stop your ball and keep it safe so that nobody can come and take it. If I say green light, I want you to dribble as fast as you can. If I say yellow light, I want you to dribble really slow. Maybe you can even try penguin walking. But if I say red light, I want you to stop and trap your ball. I think that we can do it. So we're going to start this game. On your marks, get set, red light. I'm just joking. On your marks, get set, green light. Yellow light. Red light. Remember, if it says red light, trap your ball and stay very, very, very still. Good job. All right. Green light. Yellow light. Red light. I hope all of you stopped. Good job. Now I want you to go green light and dribble as fast as you can. Dribble all the way to the end. Good job. I think we're going to try this one more time. Now that I think you guys understand red light, green light really, really well, I think we can throw in a really funny light. If I say purple light, I want you to freeze and stand on one leg. I think that we can try that. So on your marks, get set, make sure you're back at your starting line. Green light. Yellow light. Purple light. Try balancing on one leg and staying as still as possible so you don't fall over. And then red light. So good job trapping that ball when you hear red light. Okay, we're gonna try green light. Purple light. Woo. Yellow light. Red light. And then we'll do green light again all the way. Good job, you guys. You did an amazing job playing red light, green light. So we'll stop, take a water break, and come back for the next game. Tiny Troopers, this is the last activity we're gonna do today. Well, at least the last activity you're gonna do with me. and it's called I'm a Little Leprechaun. Now this activity is meant to help you guys practice your dribbling. Now I'm gonna sing a song, and the song's called I'm a Little Leprechaun. And while I sing, I want you to practice dribbling all around Soccer Island. If I stop singing, I want you to stop and trap your ball. But if I keep singing, I want you to dribble your ball all around, okay? As I said, Soccer Island, well, wherever you are. I'm gonna go. On your marks, get set. I'm a little leprechaun, dressed in green, the tiniest human that you've ever seen. If you ever catch me, or so it's told, I'll give you my... Alright, tiny troopers, the last activity that you're going to be doing with me today is called I'm a Little Leprechaun. Now, this is an activity that's meant to help us practice our dribbling. So there are a few rules. The first one is, when you hear me singing, I want you to dribble as much as you can around your space. But when I stop, I want you to stop and practice trapping your ball like we learned in our red light, green light game. I think that you guys can do this, so we're gonna start. I'm about to start singing, so make sure that you're ready to start dribbling all over Soccer Island. I'm a little leprechaun dressed in green, tiniest man that you've ever seen. Good job, you guys. If you ever catch me, so it's told, I'll give you my... Make sure you trap the ball if I'm quiet. Pot of gold. Good job. I'm a little leprechaun, imagine that, with my tiny green boots and my big green hat at the end of a... Make sure to trap your ball. Rainbow, so it's told, you will find my pot of gold. I'm a little leprechaun, dressed in green, the tiniest man that you've ever seen. If you ever catch me, or so it's told, I'll give you my pot of gold. I'll give you my pot of gold. Good job, you guys. I think you did an amazing job, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. Go get a water break and high five your parents.